know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Sag, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today's Sag, you guys got Wombat Spirit in reverse. Be at home. This is... I feel like you're hiding behind something, Sag. You have the King of Pentacles out here. You could be hiding behind money. You could be hiding behind success. You could be hiding behind your job, your work, right? The fish usually mean like money. King of Pentacles is someone who's very stable. Someone who has, you know, their life all together. But what's interesting is like we have a conflicting energy here. We have the King of Pentacles, who's someone who's very stable. And then we have the Messenger, the Rider. I feel like, to be honest, you're putting on this facade of being the King of Pentacles. I'm not saying you don't have money or a career. I'm saying like, I think you don't feel stable. I think you want to seem stable to people. You want to seem like you have everything together. You want to seem like everything is like going perfectly. That everything's always fine, but I don't think it is, Sag, to be honest, because with be at home in reverse, this speaks about hiding. Like you're not at home within yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then we have these two opposing energies. I just see, Sag, that I think in the reality is that you would love to be this King of Pentacles, someone who feels very secure and stable, but I feel like you don't. And because you don't, you wear a mask. You hide your emotions maybe from people. You're hiding something. You're hiding maybe your desires. Maybe you're hiding your pain. You're hiding something. And I feel like the Rider is out here to maybe tell you that it's okay not to have all your shit together right now, or maybe it's okay to seem vulnerable to people, or maybe it's okay to drop the mask. Like this is a very different energy, but I think they're trying to say like it's okay, Sag. I think some of you guys want to appear, I feel like I keep getting you want to appear a certain way to people. You want to appear a way, but that's not how you actually are. Let's pull more on this, Sag. So Sag, it's crazy because most of these cards I feel like are very like blue and green, and then we have like this one pop of color here and this one pop of color here, and I feel like there's something going on within you where you want to remain in this King of Pentacles, but you're not technically this King of Pentacles. I don't feel like you are, because the King of Pentacles doesn't have a mask on, right? Like the King of Pentacles, like any king, anybody who's a king isn't wearing a mask, right? You're hiding something. Like you're hiding something. Whether it be some sort of trauma, whether it be some sort of pain, you're hiding it. And I feel like, again, you want people to see you a certain way. You want people to like admire you or look at like you and think like, wow, like I don't know what you want people to think, honestly, but I feel like everybody wants people to look at them in a good way. Like you don't want people to think of you like, oh, poor you, or oh, you know, like you want a positive reaction when people think of you. So I'm getting that like it's not that you don't have the potential of getting here. I'm just getting that like in order to truly be a king, you have to be yourself and you have to be authentic to who it is that you are. And there's an aspect of yourself, Sag, this very deep aspect that's like hiding. Now, it's interesting because you have like a spark here of like movement, and then you have a spark of movement here as well. Like I'm just getting with the colors, like there's maybe your life is very monotone, like very like I'm getting, and it's weird for Sag to have like a life that's very like still and calm, because I just feel like Sag is the type, like Sag, I feel like if I were to think of like the most spontaneous sign and the most like adventurous sign, I would think of Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? So it's weird that you guys are living kind of in this very like put together, tidy living, you know what I mean? I feel like you've taken a back seat from love as well. Love is in reverse here. I feel like with the divine timing and love in reverse, maybe some of you guys are not finding time for love, or that's what you've been telling people, that there's no time for it. You don't have time for it. Maybe that, like somebody says that a lot. I don't have time for it. which is not the case, obviously. And I think that you're beginning to understand that, like, the more things that you keep putting off in your life, the more disconnected I feel like you're becoming from yourself. So it's like if you put off one aspect of yourself, like let's just say like love, right? Like you're putting off relationships with people, you find like you're very lonely. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's obvious, right? Like obviously you're going to be lonely if you're saying you don't have time for, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's what you're prioritizing, honestly. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you want to prioritize different things. I think that's what you're going to come to the realization. Like, I want to prioritize something different in my life. Like, I have to prioritize something different. I have to, in order to move forward. But it's a temptation for you. For some reason, like, you see it as like, you see it. It's like you get the courage to go towards it, and then you stop yourself. And then you keep living the way that you've been living, and then you realize that it has gotten you nowhere. So then you're like, right now you're being tempted and called again to, I feel like, explore this other aspect of yourself. I feel like that could be in relationships, in love, because love is like right in the middle of this read. I think for others of you, it's exploring where the mask is, and like why you're deciding to wear a mask. I think a lot of you guys want to seem some sort of way to people, and it's not really authentic. It's like, yeah, maybe like a lot of you guys like to have the image of being like a bachelor, you know what I mean? Or like that image of being a bachelor, but inside you're not happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everybody can have their own, what you're trying to hide. But I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, the look that you're trying to achieve, like the reality is that no one's gonna suffer but you. You know what I mean? By pretending or trying to like seem some sort of way. Like the only one that suffers is you at the end of the day, Sag. So then we come to the end where you're having again like some sort of spark. And then I feel like you're gonna block yourself again from it. So, and what's interesting is we have a Queen of Cups down here. At the bottom of your deck, you have a Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just someone who's very much like in love with you or wanting to give you love. Yeah. I see like you're only holding yourself back. Either in the way that you are holding on the facade or like the mask, or for some of you it's in love. It's going to be different for everybody, but I definitely feel like maybe they're going hand in hand. I want to see what you're going to do at the end though, because I see like you've been telling everybody you don't have time for certain things, and you've been telling everybody that you're like too busy, but I feel like someone here is actually very lonely. And I feel like someone has just completed a cycle where it's like, did you have a fun time doing it the way that you wanted to do it? It's kind of like a parent who lets a kid do something the way they want to do it, right? Like, did it work out for you the way that you thought it was? Did you have a good time? And then the kid's like, no. You know what I mean? Exactly. Now are you ready to like concede and do it the way that you should be doing it? And they're like, yeah. And like, that's where you're at right now. So I want to see what you're going to do, Sag. So Sag, you have somebody here coming up as a true pair to you. King and Queen of Wands right here. I feel like you guys have a choice right now. You can continue what you've been doing this entire time, which is not letting anybody in. Keep, continuing to say that you're busy, you're too busy for love, you're too busy to be close to someone, you're too busy for love, you know what I mean? You don't have time for it. And go down the rabbit hole again. This is a cycle that you've already had, but you can repeat it again. Like, that's what I'm getting. You can repeat the same cycle over again and over again. I don't know how many times you've repeated the cycle, maybe 4. We have 4 here, but yeah, 3 and 4. You can repeat the cycle again. That's what I'm getting. And you might. Some of you might. With the Chariot in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse and the 3 of Cups. This is reminding me of like a merry-go-round. Like, you can continue on the merry-go-rounds and keep going and going and going. Or some of you guys can get the fuck off. And that's what I feel like this other route is. So you're at a 2 of Wands right now. There's a decision that needs to be made. With the Hierophant and the Emperor, this is like, I feel like You know, when we like feel like people have expectations for us and expectations for our lives, and we feel like we just don't fit into those expectations. I feel like with you stepping into the Emperor, it's not about trying to fit into anybody's role or expectations. It's trying to fit into the role that you want for yourself and your life, like deep, deep, deep down. Like, what is the expectation that you have for your own life? What is the role that you wish to play in your own life? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what role do you want to play? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be the bachelor for the rest of your life, and you want to be that person that pretends not to feel lonely, and you want to be that person that focuses on their career and their wealth, and that's it, then I feel like you can go here. But I feel like it's a loop. Like, you've already had this, you've already done this, and you've already learned the lesson from it. And I feel like you've already realized like what it's cost you. And I feel like it's a lot of the relationships in your life. So they're giving you a chance here. There's somehow another chance here to kind of fix it or do it. Like, again, you're getting like this cross in the road. Like, you can go left or right. And I feel like you can step off the merry-go-round and go this way. And again, it's not who you were born to be is like as a, you know, what your parents wanted you to do or anything like that. I feel like it's just what you deep down wish for your life, which maybe you don't tell others. Yeah, but we have Justice, Hierophant, like all these are like major arcana. You might have Aries in your chart. Yeah. A decision has to be made on what you're gonna do. I feel like this is getting off the loop would be the best thing, which would be to do something fucking different, Sag. Take the mask off. Step into a new role, a role that you're afraid to play, but that I feel like you were born to be, like the Emperor. Again, the Emperor doesn't wear a mask. The Emperor doesn't apologize for, like, you know, wanting what they want and doing what they do. They just get shit done. And I feel like there's a part of you that wants to move in a different direction, and I think that that's what you should be doing right now, like moving in that different direction. Let's say anything else for you guys, Sag. And here you are again. King of Fire, King of Pentacles. You came out as King of Pentacles here, King of Fire, King of Fire, King of Pentacles, both in reverse with the wheel. The only one that can turn, you might have Earth in your chart towards Virgo Capricorn. I feel like this is just that inner stability that you're not feeling. That inner passion you're not feeling, that creativity, that lust for life, you're not feeling it. There's all these things that you're not feeling anymore. And you have the ability to turn the wheel. You have the ability. So getting off this merry-go-round is the same thing about is like turning the wheel in your life. Making a different decision today, like than you usually would, than you normally would, than you have in the past. It's all up to you. Like, no one else can do this. This is your decision. That's all I'm getting. Like, there's only one person who can change the course and the direction of your life, and it's you. And you're very, and the thing is, Sag, you're very intelligent. Like, this isn't something that you don't already know. It's just the fact that you haven't done it yet. Let's pull some advice for you, Sag. Here I go. Yeah, so Sag, I feel like you guys have harmony and resolution for a reason. There can be some sort of resolution that's made before the end of the year. And this will bring you peace. And I think that you also know that. With knowledge here, it's not like you don't know this, because it's not like you haven't been on this merry-go-round for a while now. And it's not like you haven't gone around in a circle a couple of times here. So it's all about getting off, you know what I mean? It's all about getting off the circle. It's all about, do you want to take a different route this time? You have that choice. That's what I'm getting, Sag. And I think that this choice is big because it will bring you resolution. It will bring an ending, and it will bring an ending to a lifestyle. It will bring an ending to a way of being. It will bring an ending to a lot of things as they were. And I think that that's really powerful, because some of these things need to come to an end. Some of these behaviors maybe of you or like the way things have been feeling, like they haven't been feeling right, and them coming to an end could bring you a lot of peace. Those feelings might end. The the discord within could end. A lot of these things could end, but it's really just within you making the right decision for your life, right? Taking off the mask if that's you, wearing a mask, hiding, getting off the loop if you're repeating cycles over and over and over again, doing the same shit over and over and over again. Okay, like it's literally before the end of the year that I feel like you can honestly do this. Like I feel like this is something you can choose to do right now. There's changes that you can do right now. Like it's not something that's like it's going to take 10 years to do this change. No, it can happen like today. That's what I'm getting, Sag. So I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.